I caught up with Llanelli Town goalkeeper Exauce Dimonekene to talk about his past, present and future of goalkeeping.
So obviously you're a goalkeeper, but where did that all start? Why did you want to become a goalkeeper in the first place?
That's a question. That's interesting because I originally started off as a right back / centre back for my team. And what happened was every training session, it'd be a normal training session, it'd be a 6v6 at the end, little game, and no one wanted to go in goals. After every session, I'd always go in goals. And I used to love just diving about. There was no pressure. It was a bit of fun, getting dirty before you go back home. Feel like you worked out for the session. And then, so this happened for a few sessions. And one Saturday morning, I think back to it and I think this was planned by my coach. Our goalkeeper didn't turn up. And so the coach is looking around and goes, X, I've seen you in training. You're the only one who wants to go in goals, really. And I feel like you'll be able to do a decent job just for this week. Do us a favour. I was like, yeah, okay, do you know what? Just for this week, I'll do it. He goes to his car. He brings out a brand new Puma goalkeeper gloves. And I'm thinking, he's a bit too prepared. And I was like, okay, just for this week, I'll go in goals. We played the game. I believe it was 0-0 at the time. Made a few saves. Kept a clean sheet. I remember in the team hut, back in the team meeting, I said to everyone, I said, guys, if we concede 8, please don't blame me. I was like, I put it out there. I'm not a goalkeeper. If we concede, please don't blame me. But we kept the clean sheet. I was like, oh, I enjoyed it. Next week comes along and he was like, oh, our keeper didn't turn up again. Do you mind going in goals just for this week, X? I promise you. It's like, yeah, no worries. Won again, kept another clean sheet. And I was enjoying it. And then after 2 weeks, he was like, do you know what? Do you want to be our permanent keeper just for the season? See how it goes. If you don't like it, we'll put you back to right back or centre back. I was like, yeah, why not? And just started off from there.
You've had quite a few clubs already. Sort of tell me about your journey so far. Where's been, your highest moments, some of your lowest moments, different stuff like that.
I think for me, my highest moment has to be STM. I think that was really like my first season as playing the men's football, because I literally just come off youth football with Benfica, and I went to Cairo for my last year of youth, and I was like in and around the first team, but not much success. STM was the first platform that I had to actually kick on and start my Welsh League career, and it was just unbelievable, man. Just the style of football, the players, the atmosphere. We went in the league. We conceded only 20 goals for the whole season. Scored about 80 goals. Going to the cup semi-final, going to the final, playing against Connors Key. That was definitely the highest moment with a bunch of lads. And I thought, you know what, this is a big club. We're gonna go on and probably push a Welsh Prem. Obviously, it got cut short. But I'll probably say my lowest moment was probably either when STM got disbanded, because that's all I've known really, and that was like my comfortable zone. Yeah. Or at Cairo Ely, where I didn't really get much game time. I think the biggest low moment for me was when it was Cairo Ely, got to play in Pennybond's pitch, and the manager messaged me saying, "Oh, X, our goalkeeper's injured. You're going to be starting." So the day before, getting mentally prepared, being like, "Oh, this is a big opportunity. I haven't played for a while. I'm playing against, I think it was Pennybond. I'm pretty sure it was Pennybond." I'm thinking to myself, "Wow, I need to get into the zone." Turn up. Turns out the keeper was injured, like he had a bad shoulder, he couldn't dive at all, but they still picked him ahead of me. Obviously, that did hurt, but I did understand why, because the keeper that was there, he was tested. He's been there for a few seasons. I'm new. It was windy. Do you really want to trust the newcomer? And I understand why that was done, but I'd say that's probably the lowest. Luckily, I don't think I've had too many lows, but every low has been like a lesson for me. It's helped me to become better. And like from that day on, I was like, okay, this is what I need to do to be number one in the Welsh League. This is what I need to improve on. Yeah.
I saw that a few years ago when you were a bit younger, you went to Benfica Academy for a little camp. Is that?
Yeah.
What was that experience like, being able to go to do that?
Alex, that was unbelievable as an experience. It was crazy. So we went as a college group thingy, and it was like the best 11 got selected. Luckily, I was fortunate enough to go. It was a 2-week camp. And you live the life of a professional footballer. You're training twice a day. You're going to the gym. You're getting fed the meals that the pros have. You're seeing the facility. It was crazy. It was a real eye-opener. You look at the level, the intensity that these players train at, and the facilities that they have and how they carry. And when I went there, I was pleasantly surprised as to see like they were normal people like us, if that makes sense. Sometimes we look at footballers and we think they must be doing something extra special. They must, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you can never reach that level. But go in there, give me an opener. Like, you can reach that level. It is possible. This is what they're doing, and this is how it's worked for them. Like the commitment, going to the gym. There's two sides to the game. Like when I went to there, I took some things back where like the performance analysis. Like in the Welsh League now, what I do is before each game, I find out about the team that we're playing. I'll find out their striker. I'll see if there's any clips. Now most games are getting recorded, so you can find little clips here and then. Get a bit of information ready to get a picture to be like, okay, their striker is left-footed, so I know every time he has a chance, he can cut in, I didn't used to do that. Because of Benfica is giving me that insight, you need to do your homework. Also, gym-wise, like I've been lucky to be big from a young age, so I can be physical. I can come out for balls, like strikers see it, they get intimidated. All these little things. It was an absolute massive eye opener. It was crazy. It's really good down there.
What makes you so vocal on the pitch? Because that was the first time I've sat so close to the pitch and actually been able to hear how much you shout during the game. What makes you want to spur on the team? What gives you that incentive?
I think I'm quite a bit. I'd say I'm a big personality, as in like I like to be leading, like putting players where they are. But I feel like as a goalkeeper, like this is where it comes to that. So going to Benfica, as a goalkeeper, you most of the times you don't do anything. You're watching a game. Okay, you might have a few passes, and but most times you can see the whole game. Apart from the manager, you can see everything. You can see gaps where players don't see. You can see and I feel like as long as I can I can help my team out by telling them there's a man behind you. Yeah, you got time, because it's a fast moving game. So they don't have time the other players don't have time to speak to them. I'm 90% of the time standing around. So it's my job. It has to be.
What would you say is your biggest aspiration in football? What's the one thing you'd happily say, you know what, if I do this, I'll never have to play another game ever again? What's the point you want to get to in your career?
I think because of my age at 22, I feel like, okay, I would want to get into the professional game, whether that's in the Championship or in the Premier League. I do have little goals that I want to reach, miniature goals. And one of the miniature goals is to be in the Wash Prem, to be on Scorio consistently in life. Another one is to be in the Scorio Team of the Year, the Wash Prem Team of the Year. That's one of my aspirations. And yeah, I'd say probably FA Cup game against a Premier League team. I don't know how that's going to work, but something like that. I'd say something like that. On a more smaller scale, probably play against a Wash Prem team and score your game. Even though I was close with STM, but I just feel like I can go that one level above.
What would you say you'd look towards next season with the Reds?
I'm absolutely excited because, like I said, the quality of the team has always been there. You've got the players like Sam Parsons, Milo, Louis, Leverage, Tom. All these players have been brought in, and if you can build around them and add a few more quality players, like 3 or 4 players, I feel like we've got something special going on. Even if you look at this season, right, with the mixed match shape of a team that we had chances to be in and around the top 3. We did, but because we didn't have the depth in squad like other teams, we kind of fell short. So it's something to build. I'm excited with Jono as well. Jono and Blaney there, the professionalism that they bring, the knowledge that they bring of the game. I'm excited because I know everybody wants to bring land back to where they belong, to be in the Wash Prem.